offense working from the pistol. Handoff to the single back. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Sooners have their offense in high gear. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They just keep firing. Trying to set up the screen. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. A first down run in the red zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Sooners want to move quickly. Using his feet. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A long way to go on 4th and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown Sooners. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on 4th down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get this goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of the field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
All wideouts, no backs. Here's Manning to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Longhorn! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Play this game in the shadow of Big Tex. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's crazy. You literally walk outside of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize a football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
You're right. It's part of what makes this game so special. The Red River rivalry, there's just so much fanfare. There's so much tradition. And remember, with bragging rights on the line, this thing just means more.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Quickly out to the tight end. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Smacks him with the stiff arm. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Offense changing the play. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. The run inside. It's Avant. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And that is how you dunk on somebody. Coach, I'm open, throw me the ball. I'm the wide receiver. He's the defensive back for a reason. Nice play by the wide receiver to get the score.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Texas offense. Arch is going to throw for it. He's going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Makes the catch down the right side. Brought down after the huge gain, gets this offense set up at the 27.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Here's a heat. Trying to get away. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Arch Madness. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Pocket breaking down. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Fitted in the window for the score.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Makes the grab. It's Robinson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
To throw, it's Mateer. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Throwing Manning. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Got a man. It's Townsend. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Got his man. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Hart's going to spin it again. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the counter. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
They feed him again. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And the Longhorns come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football. It just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And he's stopping right there. A pickup of 10, enough for the first down, and we've also taken it to the 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Batir. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. With the catch, it's Thomas. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Hits the slide, got the 1st down with his feet.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Hit as he throws. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Running inside, it's Brown. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, Manning. They've got the screen set up. Breaks the tackle. Racing down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Batir. The short hands, it's Thomas. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And when you
you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Here comes the heat. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
One more snap coming before halftime. Here's a give to Robinson. The whistle sounded and they got it called just in time using the timeout with a second left now to see if they can score before the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Never a doubt. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Cal taking on the number 17 team, the Virginia Tech Hokies. And it's the Golden Bears on top right now as they look to dig out of a big hole. Dropping 4 of the first 5 was no way to start a season. Perhaps they found something here today.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense.
Here now some other games you may have it.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Fires to the middle. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to go right back downfield. Plucks it out of the air. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff to Xavier. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Xavier again. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter fourth down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive, try to make this fourth down conversion, and try to go down the field and get some points on the board.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll send the back in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's Arts to throw. Under fire. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the officials see something to bring it back? So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Here's a give to Robinson. Turning it on! How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Robinson one more time. Quick spin on the run. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Sends it back in motion. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And it's been a struggle for this young man. I mean, listen, he's a pretty good player, and they depend on him week in and week out to be their guy to carry the mail. Just, it's not working, and the run game hasn't found a rhythm, and I think that's why this offense, they need something. They need a spark. They need to find some way to run the football.
Moves around to clear up the vision. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. On the move. Could be an alley. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They take the lead with the 6.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the point after is good. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rocket. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Manning. Oh, they're after him, and they got him.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football, and you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness, still had a little space left.
They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on second down from the 5. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Manning from the gun on third down. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead, gives up the big safety.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. The run inside. It's Avant. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And now on second down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Complete. There he goes. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. Quarterback making adjustments. Handoff to Xavier.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker, it's Thomas. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Harris. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own. Looking to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
On the ground with the counter. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Defense in press coverage. Manning with a play fake. Had to throw it before he wanted. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll use another timeout to try to save as much time as they can for their offense. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing on the big one.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Back to pass, it's Lacey. Escapes the pressure going right. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. He goes right back to the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. You got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day, but sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. That was good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Soft spot in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Lacey. He's going for the big play. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throwing right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Gonna look downfield again. Rushes on him. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these 1st downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Running inside. It's Smothers. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Right back to him on the ground. And they're able to get him down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Awesome execution. Nice job going down the field, scoring the touchdown, but only half of the work was done. Under 2 minutes, got to go for the 2-point conversion here. Kick your play. Let's get ready to roll.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. Wide receiver going in motion. Working that left side now. He's not going to get there. The defense coming up with a big stop to hold on to this 2-point lead deep in the 4th. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
And the Sooners will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Second and long here, but objective number 1, keep that clock moving. Robinson again. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating.
The ball's free. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. It was the Sooners who put the horns down in Dallas today in the red River Showdown, and they'll take that golden hat north of the river. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.